This instructional video will teach you the skills needed to do a cartwheel. First of all, what is a cartwheel? A cartwheel is a sideways rotary movement of the body. It's performed by bringing the hands to the floor one at a time while the body inverts. Your legs will travel over your body while your hands are on the floor, and then your feet return to the floor one at a time, ending with you standing upright. The purpose of my video is to break down this definition in the most simple way possible and hopefully give you the ability to cartwheel. Cartwheeling is an important activity because it increases agility, flexibility, and your overall physicality as well. It's also a fun activity once you've mastered it and can be useful to certain sports, such as gymnastics or cheer. In order to perform a cartwheel, you definitely need to be healthy and agile. It's a trial and error type of skill, which means you may get some bumps and bruises in the process if you're not careful. You need to be capable of handling this action safely. The learning process is different for everyone, and the younger you are, the quicker it is for you to learn. You should estimate that learning this skill itself properly will take about 10 minutes, while actually doing a cartwheel takes only a matter of seconds. Of course, practice makes perfect, and you shouldn't be expecting a perfect cartwheel on your first try. Constant repetition will allow you to perfect the skill. Once you get the hang of it, it's a fun skill to try with friends. I hope you enjoy this skill. To prep for a cartwheel, clear an open area with plenty of space for movement. Find a flat and soft ground surface, such as grass, and then comfortable stretchy clothing or exercise clothing. And make sure your hair is out of your face and pulled back if it's long. In order to warm up your body to get ready for a cartwheel, it's beneficial to stretch. Once you've finished stretching, as seen above, it's time to get in the cartwheel position. Let's get started. Here's Mia Romero demonstrating the cartwheel positions, arms straight up in the air, dominant foot forward, looking forward, and she prepares. Let's take a look at the same thing but in slow motion. You can see her put her dominant foot forward, raising her arms straight up in the air, back straight, looking forward. This is all important technique in a cartwheel, and it'll help her with this thrusting motion forward. Now you can watch as she's thrust, keeping her back straight, bending over to do the cartwheel. By thrust, I mean use all your force. Notice how she puts her legs straight up in the air and really emphasize that thrusting motion. Let's take a look at this motion, but in the form of a diagram. As you see, the same steps are practiced, but in an animated form for your convenience. One helpful tip for when you're performing the cartwheel is to take note of these steps and replay them in your head. For example, step 1, kick lateral. Step 2, plant hand. Step 3, plant other hand. Step 4, plant foot. Step 5, plant other foot. Once you feel more comfortable with the steps, you can perform multiple cartwheels in a row, as shown in the video above. One of the most common fears with doing a cartwheel is the fear of falling. It's pretty natural with a cartwheel. They're not always going to be perfect. Just remember, if you fall, get back up. In the video above, I'll show you the correct way to fall without injuring yourself. You always want to thrust yourself forward and fall on your butt. My biggest advice to you is to practice. It's so important, and it'll improve your technique and skill by so much. Congratulations, you've successfully learned how to do a cartwheel. With more time and practice, you will be able to perform multiple cartwheels in a row, enhance your agility abilities. Technique will improve as well, and it will get easier and easier as simply become a skill you don't even think about doing. I'd like to thank my model/demonstrator, Mia Romero, who is an inspiring gymnast and excellent cartwheeler. She's the perfect target demographic age for this skill, and I recommend it for all kids her age and older. It's important to note that as time goes on, this skill gets more difficult to perform, so the younger you start, the better you'll be. Thank you for watching. Here are the sources for the photos and diagrams that I included in this instructional video. Next, you'll see the photos for the research that I did for the instructional video. And then once again, a special thanks to Mia Romero. She was my demonstrator for this video, is in gymnastics, and has great credibility for being in a video like this. Thank you so much.